Yo, what's up, guys? It's a beautiful Sunday, and Christmas is coming. Hope y'all are doing good. I'm doing fantabulous. It's a little chilly in the garage, so I got some warmness gear on. Please excuse that I'm not all dappered out. I got my creepy mustache back too. If you haven't noticed, I changed my look often. I think the long hair may have been like one of the longest uh one of the longest looks I've held because it was a 3 year experience, the long hair experience. It was good. It was glorious. I enjoyed it. But I got back into teaching more regularly and training more and rolling more. And the long hair just it wasn't conducive to that. Kept getting pulled or the hair ties. You always got to have a hair tie around, and although it was glorious, I may bring it back someday when I'm really old, because my dad still has a full head of hair. Fitch hair is luxurious and it lasts. Um, yeah, there's not a lot of balding in the Fitch family. The balding comes from outside, which is a good thing because I would look good bald, though. I shave my head plenty of times. I don't have a problem with shaving the head. Don't feel bad if you don't have long, luxurious hair, guys. Although I did get a lot of hate from the baldies, which I don't understand. Just embrace what you got, man. That's life. It is Christmas. I found this, and this Christmas jingle, and I want you to experience the glory of this Christmas jingle with me. Okay. They changed a lot of stuff around this, so I got to look for the share screen. There it is. It's a glorious, glorious thing. I think you'll dig it as much as me. Okay, I don't need it to be that. There we go. Here we go. Listen to the glory.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows.
Fantabulous.
All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let Rudolph join in any reindeer games. And one foggy Christmas Eve, oh, Santa came to say, can you take me higher to a place where snowmen see? Can you take me higher to a place where sleigh bells ring?
That's fabulous, guys. I hope you felt that as much as me. I listen to that regularly. Every morning I get up and I hit the play button and it just picks me up. It gets me ready. It gets me ready for the holiday season. My comments are not coming through. It's not coming through on the restream. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why. I'll just have to keep checking back on the YouTubes to see what's up. But yeah, guys, that was that was glorious. That was a glorious. That's one thing that I don't hate AI about. It's some of the great made up fake songs that they put out. Because let's face it, Creed may be one of the greatest bands ever. They may. If people want to poo on them and not like them because they're underlying a Christian band. But I think deep down, everybody rocks out to Creed and feels the Creed. Right? Oh, what is this? What did I just stumble onto? Oh, I didn't hear this one. You guys may have to hear this one too. I may make you watch this one. We're gonna watch this for the first time. I just scrolled down. That was on the X on the Twitter by a guy Barstool Backstage at Stool Backstage. I don't know if that they made it or if somebody else made it, but that's where I got that. And then somebody else posted something else that could be great. It could be terrible. We're gonna watch it though. We're gonna experience this together. And this is what is this? This is Dr. Dre singing some Christmas songs. Oh shit. Did I not share it? Hold on. I didn't share it properly. Why isn't this sharing? Why isn't this? Oh, I gotta put it on the screen. I'm sorry, guys. It wasn't automatic. That started off strong. Here we go.
Bitches ain't shit, but hoes and tricks. Lick on these nuts and suck that dick.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out after you're done. Then I hops in my coupe and run. Bitches ain't shit, but hoes and tricks. Grab the cash and make it quick. Long as my pockets is nice and fat, don't give a fuck where the bitch was at. Ballin' down in motherfucking Compton on the street.
Compton Christmas.
Tighter than a motherfucker with all of them gangsta bees. Bitches ain't shit, but hoes and tricks bailed from jail on a sunny day. I'm hanging with Snoop D-O-double-G and my homeboy Dr. Dre.
Oh my goodness. That's some Christmas songs for you. That's some Christmas tunage in action. Oh my goodness. That's one thing I can get. That's it. Let me take you higher, bros. Dr. Dre singing some Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty great. If you guys, I've decided no more free advertising. So I'm covering labels with my own labels. You can follow that to the website, right? I recently did a little update of the website. You guys can check that out. We should have an email coming out. I haven't sent an email in a while. We're gonna get back to some of those emails. We've been putting a lot of time and effort into real world teaching. Less internet stuff because of the FGR. The FGR is so extreme, and I don't want to take part. I really don't want to take part. Politics, the internet, it's all a lot of just fakeness. It's all a lot of just, oh, that sounds nice, but it never works out. And you got to do a lot of weird, terrible things, compromise your yourself, your beliefs. The devil's real, man. The devil's real, and he is out there to humiliate you. He hates you and wants to humiliate you. So you got to be on guard. I got another one. This is another fun Christmas song, and I'm not getting any chats coming through on my restream for some reason. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm checking for sure, guys. I'm checking the YouTubes to see what's up. We got another fun one. Maybe you've seen this one. I don't know, but it made me laugh. And I'm gonna share it. Here we go.
Police be a fart. Police be a fart. Police be a fart. I should be fine if I don't push too hard. Police be a fart. Police be a fart. Police be a fart. I should be fine if I don't push too hard. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it when I thought it was a fart. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it when I thought it was a fart.
Oh.
Police be a fart.
That was wonderful. I'm sorry. It was wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed. That was at Hogman_memes on the Twitters. I don't know if that's his or he made it or whatever, but that was the thing. He posted it. Fun. Nothing but fun, guys. Nothing but fun. Somebody was just commenting on my Twitters about noticing I fought Rory and wanted to ask about it. I won 4 rounds easily have 4 rounds in that fight. I could argue that I had all 5, but whatever. History's history. I don't live in the past. So let's get into the fights, guys. I guess let's get into the fights because that's what we do. That's what we do often here is talk about fights. And there were some good fights. It was a good night of fights. I want to say also, though, I just got to say that it's kind of everything kind of sucks today. Everything, right? People are like, oh, you just hate everything. I was like, kind of. Everything kind of sucks today. And I've been piecing it together. It really comes down to the fact that there's nothing out there really that has to do with quality. Nobody's producing anything for the sake of quality, to do something good for the sake of doing something good. Everything today is about views and how much money you made off of it. That's it. And in order to get the maximum amount of views and the maximum amount of dollars, right? You have to get your product, whatever it is, to be acceptable, viable, likable by the mass population, the most amount of people. But most people are not that smart. They're not that smart. So if you're constantly just doing things for people that are low energy, low IQ, low vibrations, everything you do is going to be that low vibration gross. Oh, but I made a bunch of money. Oh, but I got a bunch of views. To me, that's not excelling. That's not good. I don't view that as something that means you did something quality. I do believe that if you do something high quality work, like the Beatles, you say the Beatles, right? Something high quality. you do get views and money. It comes. It will come because it's quality, not because you pandered to people. I think that's the thing. It's like it's so much pandering. It's so much pandering to dumb people today that you end up getting crappier and crappier products. But then the dumb people love it. And then there's something wrong with you for not liking the stupid, terrible, awful, low quality, low vibration stuff. It's wild. It's wild. I don't understand it. But I think that's what it is. That's what's going on. And man, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to dumb myself down and lower my vibration and lower my quality in order just to get views and money. There's more to life than that. There's way more to life than that. You know? Quick question here. Shavkat or Bilal? I don't know. Like Shavkat, it seems very dangerous, whatever. Some people said that he was hurt in the last fight. He wasn't 100%, and that's why it was kind of not a great looking performance. It was solid because he won the fight and he beat an undefeated guy, but at the same time, it wasn't great. It wasn't great. He didn't seem to pull the trigger hard. He kept fighting into the clinch and struggled with it a little bit. When he finally did switch to changing levels and shooting on the legs more, he had more success. So I don't know why he didn't make the shift earlier. He just didn't. He seemed like he didn't fight the same than he has in the past. So maybe he was hurt. Maybe that was it. But I think he can grapple, he can strike, and he's longer. I'm leaning towards Shavkat, but I don't know because Bilal has been around a little bit longer. He seems pretty good, So close fight. I slight lean towards Shavkat, but I don't know. We'll have to see it. Only way to know is to watch it. Let's hook it up. Let's make that fight happen. Yeah, your reunion show could be interesting. Maybe. Interesting. I don't know what you're saying there, Floodland. Guy made a lot of money in tennis, but after taxes only made 26 grand. Could that be because he played in a different country and the country taxed him and the U.S. taxed him and the state he lives in taxed him? That could be a thing, but then he had to pay out a lot of people too, maybe. I don't know. He had to pay out his coaches, had to pay travel. There's a lot of things that could be involved in there, so I'm not exactly sure. Floodland, just you've been here a while. Floodland, I'm gonna do this for you. We're doing this, Floodland. You've been here years, right? You've been watching for a while. I just made you a mod. You should have a blue name and a wrench. So then you can add the link. You can add the link there for people to see. But yeah, you fight in a foreign country. That country can take taxes. Your country takes taxes. And then they use it to go to war and kill babies. Yay. I'm providing to our society. Sorry, guys. Let's get into the fights. Rodriguez, decision over Knudsen. Davy Grant and Tavares. It was a pretty good fight. Pretty good back and forth fight. These guys both beat each other up a little bit. But it was very small glove Muay Thai-esque. Very, very stand-up dominant. Not a lot of mixed to the martial arts. was okay, but I like to see things mixed up quite a bit more. Maverick over Horth decision. Lima over Jaws decision. Sean Woodson over Padilla. Both these guys are long legs, long arms, similar builds in that sense. But we've been watching Sean Woodson for a little bit now, and he's been looking really good. He's a fun watch. He's got wins over Alex Caceres, Charles Jourdain, over Bazukja. What was this? Nobody? Oh, it was a draw. Had a draw with Saldana. Win over Anglin. Win over Zalal. Why is this guy not getting pushed? He lost to Arosa. He got submitted by Arosa in 2020. He's got one loss in the company. Been there since 2019. One loss, one draw. He's a pretty good fighter. He's pretty good. You know, he's got the boxing background. You know, it seems like guys really need to fight to inside on him, take him down, look for the submission. But like he does a good job. I don't know why he doesn't get more of a push. 13-1-1. Not a bad record. He's still on the undercard, not getting any names. What's up? What's up? Sean Woodson doesn't have enough of a story. He's not saying anything controversial. He's not saying enough controversial stuff to get himself attention. Like, what's going on? How does that make sense? I don't understand what they're doing sometimes. I guess he doesn't have a he doesn't have a high Q score. His Q score is not high enough. None of followers. He needs more social media presence. That's more of that pandering to the low vibration people. That's not quality. I think he's produced some good fights. He's talented. He knows what he's doing in there. I think he should get more of a push. That would be more quality platform if Sean Woodson got a little bit more love. Joel Alvarez with the knockout of Jakar. Some of these fights I did not get to watch closely because I taught a seminar down in Thousand Oaks at Pugilist Gym. It's a nice gym. It's really nice inside. Like I really like their bags and mats and the color scheme and everything. It's put together really nicely. It's one of the nicer like looking gyms, and they got some good fighters there. They got some good amateur fighters there. One of the guys was the number 3 fighter in camo in California, amateur, of course. And they got another guy who had won a number of fights and was about ready to go pro soon. But it was a fun thing. And they invited me to go to like a little Christmas party afterwards. We got some food. It was their like church event. It was really nice people, really, really good time. Pugil's Gym, check it out. I taught there on Friday, but then I drove back. So driving can beat you up a little bit. And I was tired, and I ended up falling asleep a little bit for some of the fights. Right. I ended up passing out here. So the Alvarez fight, I do not remember much of. The Michael Johnson fight against Otman Azatar. Johnson did pretty well in the exchange, getting a KO round 2. Michael Johnson, I can't believe how long, some of these guys have been around. Michael Johnson's been around a long time. I'm getting old, man. It's one of those things like you see this guy was a kid. He was a kid back in the day. What a promising young kid. And man, he's been fighting for a very, very long time now. But I missed a little bit of that fight from dozing in and off. Also, Navajo Navajo Sterling and Tuco Tokos had a decision, 3-round decision. Again, missed part of that fight. Sorry, guys, that I was not awake and aware. I did catch the Yanez and Marcos. That was pretty good scrap. Heavy on the stand-up. Not a lot of mixed to the martial arts. But it was still a little bit entertaining. Still good to watch some guys throw down. Marcos with the win, 17-0 now. 17-0. He's looking good there. Let's see what's next for him. Bantamweight. He's moving up. He's in the main card, getting wins. And then, yeah, I'm sad that I didn't catch. The light heavyweight fight, the Navajo Sterling and Tokos. I'm mad that I kind of missed that. And then the Jacoby and Petrino. Jacoby with the KO round 3. Didn't really see any of that. The Manel Cap and Bruno Silva, missed that. Cap with the TKO KO round 3, 157. I did wake up for the co-main and the main event, and they were good. Cub Swanson, one of the nicest, coolest guys. I met him. I think the first time was at a UFC fighter summit. Right, got to talk to him. Super nice guy, level-headed, cool person. His wife used to work for the UFC. She was one of the handlers that kind of moved you along and moved people away and situated things. She was always a really cool person. They've got some kiddies. It's cool to see good people, like people you have good memories of, and people who are nice and not gross in any way, doing good. That's a good thing. It's good to see. And Cub Swanson getting a knockout. He's 30-14 right now. He got a knockout. Billy Quarantillo is tough. Billy's tough, younger guy. We've watched him for a while. We've talked about him on the show. That was a good scrap all the way through. It was a stand-up heavy. They didn't mix it up on the ground too much, didn't try to force clinch too much. They were comfortable in the stand-up. And, Billy was giving it pretty good. He He landed some good shots on Cub. He had landed good combinations. He was looking solid. But that final combo, that lead hook to the right hand was just picturesque. It was high level. And Cub Swanson is still delivering after quite a long career, back in the UWEC days, fighting on the Indian reservation. And he's still going. He's contemplating retirement. But I understand, man. It's hard. It's hard to walk away from a victory like that, a big win like that. It's hard to walk away. It's almost like you feel like you have to lose to stop. Almost. Not everybody feels that way, but I don't know. After that performance, co-main event, gets a knockout in a really tough fight, tough competition. And does he walk away? Does he hang it up? Or does he let the dice roll? Does he let it ride? What's the answer? What do? You let it ride? I don't know, man. I kind of feel like you let it ride, right? Am I wrong? I'm sorry. I don't want to put him out there and put him in a situation where, he's facing CTE or some other kind of whatever. But at the same time, he just won a big fight. He's already got 14 losses. You know, do you not want to be 30 and 15? Is that it? It's too much. Because I personally, I didn't want double-digit losses. I don't want to get to double-digit losses. I thought no reason. If I'm not fighting for titles, if I'm not in title contention, if I'm not in that top, top 4, top 3, honestly. If I'm not in that top 3, I'm not here just to put on a show and to fight for money. I'm here for belts. I'm here for championships. I'm here to be at the top. And if I can't be at the top, I'll focus my energy on teaching other people so I can put them over and get them in the top. That's kind of my mindset. It's not the same for everybody. Not everybody has to agree and think the way I do and do things the way I do, of course. But that was my thinking. I didn't want to get to 10 losses. So 32-8 out's enough for me. I still have wiggle room. I still have 2 more losses or 1 more loss. I could take 1 more loss. If somebody wants to pay enough to make me worth it, I'll dust off the 4-ounce gloves, see what's up. But Cub Swanson, man, you're the stud. You are awesome. Thank you for the great career and the great performances. You've done very well for yourself in fighting and in life. And he's the type of guy that you can let your kids look up to. He's a good person and a good fighter, fights hard. Is there a link to that, Mr. Kennedy? There's a group filming 24-hour sun, some flat earth, some globe. What if it's not either? What if it's something completely different? What if neither one of those things is correct? I didn't leave on my own. Charlie's asking him, he never heard my reason for leaving the UFC. I never left on my own. They worked hard for years to get rid of me because I didn't want to be a company man. I wanted, I was like, you're the promoter. Like, you work for me. You're the event provider. That's it. Like, we can get another promoter to put on fights. We don't need you. That's the way things are supposed to work. That's how it's supposed to work in the fight game. But they've rigged the system. They control exclusive contracts and the title and ascension to the titles. That's not sport. That's not prize fighting. It's not how it works. You're not the show. The fighter is. And they didn't like that. They didn't like that I would push back against stuff. They all started to hate on me after the video game agreement thing. And then I kept running my mouth. About this fight is stupid. Why are you putting this on? You're screwing this guy over. I was openly criticizing them because they weren't running as a promotion. They were running as a production, like pro wrestling. And everything that's happening today and all the problems people have with stuff that's going on today was stuff I called out and said was going to happen. And it's happening. It's happened. I was right. I was 100% right. Justified. And I should have been fighting top names who were ranked, who everybody knew, but they kept giving me the toughest guys they could find who'd never been finished, who no one knew. So, and then they didn't promote me for shit during the process. It was all nuts. So then when I finally did lose, they asked me in order to teach me a lesson because they thought that I would shut my mouth, realize that I need to be a good boy. I could win a couple fights from the outside and then they take me back for less money. And then I'd have to just be a good boy and keep my mouth shut. I said, screw you. And I filed the class action lawsuit because what they're doing is criminal. It's wrong. You're not supposed to have, if in order for sport to operate as a sport freely, you can't have barriers that prevent competition from happening. The free flow of sports competition must be available to happen, and they put roadblocks in. Not cross promoting is a monstrous roadblock. You know, not having actual independent rankings that are global and not just promotional, that's a problem. Not having a independent title. You have to do one of two things in order for the free flow of sport to happen. You have to have an independent title and cross promotion of promoters for fighters to fight for those titles that are independent, or you have to have short-term contracts. So fighters can jump from promotion to promotion and fight for promotional titles. That's the only way to allow the free flow of sports competition. If you don't have the free flow of sports competition, you no longer have a sport. You have a production. That's a problem. And me bringing up that problem and talking about it was a problem for them. And they did what they could to get rid of me until they could get rid of me. Yeah, that's the problem. Is a lot of fighters don't understand what's going on. They don't understand what it means to have that free flow of sport competition. They don't understand how UFC's in the wrong. They don't get it. Yep. Main event. This was kind of an exciting fight because of Joaquin Buckley finally getting a crack at a big named opponent, former title contender. Buckley gets the knockout, right? Round 3. Didn't even go to 5. Buckley is explosive. He's strong. He can wrestle. He can strike. I like him. In my opinion, he is the most organically exciting fighter in the UFC today. Right? Alex Pereira is got a lot of buzz, and he's the top guy for a lot of reasons. But I also believe there is some monstrous care in his selection of fights. Right? Like the UFC is helping him get over as much as possible. And that I don't say that in any way to take away from Alex Pereira, because he's great. I'm a big fan of him. I just would really like to see him fight wrestlers. I'd like to see him fight somebody who can actually wrestle, an actual wrestler, not somebody who hit a takedown once or twice in a fight. And people are like, oh, well, he go wrestle. No, like somebody who's like wrestled in the D1. But they don't sign those guys because they want to protect their investments, because it's a production. It's not a sport. Okay. But Joaquin here, like, he's got the greatest, in my opinion, that's the greatest KO in MMA history. In MMA history, Joaquin Buckley has the greatest knockout. The guy catches that push kick, spinning back kick to the face. Boom, fight's done. Before that fight, there was a fight with who was it? It was that Russian Karatanov got knocked out. He got 1-2'd, and the guy who did it grabbed his hand, and then as he fell, he was holding his hand. The guy fell, and he kicked him in the head on the way down. That was my number one knockout before. That was unbelievable. Joaquin Buckley blew that out of the water. He's got the number one. He's got the number 1 KO in fighting history, in my opinion. In my humble opinion. So I really am enjoying what's going on with Buckley. He's made a huge turn in recent time since jumping down from 185, right? Because he was fighting middleweight, right? He beat Jordan Wright at middleweight. He beat Impa. Oh, he beat Impa Kasanganaway, who's unbelievably good, talented fighter. That's okay. Wow. That's a big win. I didn't even realize that. Okay, Mr. Buckley. He lost to Kevin Holland. Lost to Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is one of those guys who just can figure things out sometimes. He's got to win Arroyo at middleweight. He lost to Giochirco. That was at middleweight. He lost to Chris Curtis at middleweight. He lost to Imavov at middleweight. And then he beat Durev at middleweight. And then 2023, bam, welterweight. Alex Morono, he beats. Fiallo, he beats. He beats Thompson convincingly. Now he's beat Covington. So he was a little bit mixed at 185. I think he was undersized at 185. I don't think he was reaching his full potential at 185. But at welterweight, man, dude's on fire. He looks really good, really explosive. He's got speed, power. He can wrestle. He can wrestle. I'm not saying he's a great wrestler, but he can. If he needs to, he can put you on your back. And I think he can fend off some takedowns too. He just was he was just a couple, he was 5 horsepower shy, I think, at 185. But I think he's plus 5 horsepower at welterweight. It's a good fit for him. He's looking good. I'm excited about his progression. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? He laid it out there in the fight, after the fight, in the ring, talking. They asked if who he wanted to fight. He threw some names out there, and the crowd got a bigger reaction to Usman. You guys think he fights Usman? You guys think he takes that fight with Usman before he tries to fight for the title? I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I think that's good. I think that's a good step up. Might as well take that Usman. It's another Usman fight. It's another fight where it's totally winnable, but it's a tough fight, and it's only going to raise his stock, you know. And then you get paid more as you win fights, so his pay is going to go up. So taking another pay bump off a win before you get into the title scenario, I think that's good. I think that's smart. I'm into it. I want to see that happen. But there's a lot of fights. I mean, Buckley and Shavkat. That could be fireworks. You know? You guys got any other names I'm missing that he should be fighting? Bring back Masvidal? Knock the dust off of Mazi? Huh? What do you think about that? Should he do something like that? I don't know. Buckley Buckley is doing good, man. Floodland. Yeah, man, but Buckley definitely looked bigger than Colby. Colby's never been super impressive. I'm sorry, man, but guys, you can hate on me if you want to. I don't care. Call me retarded. I don't care. But Colby's not been that impressive. He's not that big and jacked. He's not that great of a wrestler. The welterweight division, in my opinion, has been fairly weak. For like 10 years. Last 10 years, the welterweight division in the UFC has not been what it was. Could be because the welterweight division was such a monstrously vicious creature back in the days when I was there. Not just because of me, because a lot of other guys who were there. There was just so many top guys who were just monsters, hella good fighters. And I think it's dwindled. In the last decade. Maybe Buckley is going to rekindle some of that former greatness, because he's big, he's strong, he's fast, he's explosive. He can stand, he can wrestle a little bit. Let's see. Bigger KO than Belfort versus Rockman spinning heel hook. That's a good James. That's good. That's a good that's a good point. I'm gonna do this too. You've been here for a long time. I'm gonna do this, James. That is a good one. But for me, partly because Rockhold's chin was suspect and had been suspect for such a long time. I don't know if it's as big, if it registers as big, you know, because the other guys who got in fight were not their chins weren't as a suspect, right? They didn't have a lot of flash knockouts. That was pretty big. But yeah, I still think bigger. Yes. Does Buckley gas? You think Buckley gasses some? Think he gasses some? I'm not sure. I can't remember what fight he might have gassed. But that if he's gassing against welterweight or not welterweights, middleweights, those guys are big. If you're pushing around that bigger weight, that could be more difficult for you. You start feeling that bigger weight. You start feeling that extra weight in the later rounds. Hold on, guys. Hold on 1 second. All right, guys. Hey, sorry to cut it short, but I do need to get going. I've had a little something come up. I got to take care of it. Hope you guys are good. Take care. I will see you all next week. All right. Take it easy and have a good holiday season. All right. I'll check you guys later.